Hello everyone, welcome to my channel again. This is your daily dose. As we promised, we're gonna start now our second lesson about wine and classification. We're gonna look to not all the countries' wine classification. We'll have a look only major country wine producing countries like France, Spain, Italy wine classifications. So as you are seeing in the screen, there's a circle with the AOP in the center. There's a second circle on top of that, and there is third circle. So these are the classification from the top to bottom. The first, the dash circle, were written Win de France. This is the classification for table wines of the France. So whenever you see the wine on the bottle is written Vin de France, just consider it as a table wine. So this wine quality will be far lower than the quality of AOP wine or IGP wine. We go to the second classification, which called Indication Géographique Protégée, IGP wine. This IGP wine for the classification is better than Vin de France. Like if you rate it from 1 to 10, it stands something around 5.5, 6.5, in a range of 5.5 and 6.5. IGP wines. So if you see the bottle with the Vin de France or IGP, you grab the bottle of IGP, of course, without doubting about it. Now we go to AOP wine. So all high quality, super famous wines of the France comes under the license of AOP. This is a special organization that approves that the wine quality is meeting the requirements of the winery organization of France. And AOP has a 4 sub classification. First, regional. So means like there will be some bottle you can see AOP or AOC on it directly. Don't think and just take this bottle of wine. But there will be some bottles you will not see AOP or AOC, but you know that this wine is very famous and very popular. Don't be quick with your decision, because AOP, as I said, has a 4 sub classification. First, regional means instead of AOP on the bottle can be name of the region, can be Burgundy wine or Bordeaux wine or any other region of France. They are famous for the wine producing. These wines, of course, are considered as the AOP or AOC wine, because in order to have a name Bordeaux or Burgundy on the label, the wine producer, they have to pass certain exams. They have to pass certain. They have to have been qualified to keep the name of Bordeaux and Burgundy on their label. Then you can see the name of sub-regions like Medoc or Macon. So if you see these sub-region names on the label, is also high quality AOP or AOC wine. Now you can see commune or village names on the label. They be Puy-Frisé, Puy-Fumé, Saint-Julien. So if you see these kind of names on the label of the wine, this is also sub-classification of AOP wine. And some labels you will not find no region, no sub-region, no commune, but you will see Cru, Grand Cru, Premier Cru. Whenever you see the Cru Premier Cru or Grand Cru, these wines are considered as AOP. They are high quality wines of France. I hope it was clear for everyone. Our second wine classification country is Italy. For Italian wines, same like France, there will be three types of the classification. First will be VDT, so they call it Vino da Tavola, means table wine in Italian. So VDT wines are very simple, I mean like very cheap and low in quality compared to IGT or Doc wines. IGT wines is a second in classification. It stands for Indicazione Geografica Tipica. So if you will see the bottle of wine of Italian wine that says VDT, or bottle of Italian wine that says IGT, of course you go for IGT wine. And then in the center you see DOC wine. DOC also is an organization, same like in France, AOC or AOP. This is the organization that gives a license, that classifies, that gives a right for the wine to keep that indication on their bottle. And in order to get that indication on your bottle, you have to pass certain exam, certain qualification. This is like a centralized organization that approves the quality of the wine, and it is controlled by the government. So DOC wine also, they have two sub classification. In some bottles you can say DOC, and some bottles you can say DOCG. So both of them are top quality wine produced by Italy. Now if you go for the to the pie chart that you can see in the center over here, we can see that 33% of all the wines produced in Italy comes under the DOC wines. 35% of the wines comes under the IGT wines, and 26% of the wines comes as a Vin da Tavola. So Vin da Tavola maybe very rarely you can see in the markets outside of Italy, but IGT wines and DOC or DOCG wines are quite popular in the market. So whenever you're choosing the wine, whenever you're buying the wine, pay attention on these small three words, three letters that can explain you a lot of things about the wine. We go to the wine classification of Spain. Spain wines even classification even simpler than Italian ones. They will be IGP or VDIT, the same category wines. IGP or VDIT, it stands for Indicación Geográfica Protegida or Vino de la Tierra. So basically these IGP or VDIT wines, they are table wines of Spain. And then right after this IGP and VDIT comes DOP wines. DOP wines are high quality wines. They are also divided into three subcategories. Not necessarily you have to see DOP on the wine label. They can be DO wine or DOC wine, or sometimes you can find Vino de Pago on the wine label. If you see Vino de Pago, that doesn't mean that this wine is not high quality wine of Spain. This is high quality wine of the Spain with a special vineyard classification on it. So for the Spanish wines, there are IGP or VDIT wines, which are considered as a table wine, and they are DOP wines, which is high quality wine. You can find on the wine labels DO, DOC or Vino de Pago. If you look at the pie chart of the wines that has been produced in Spain. This is dating back of 2013, but still a little bit more or less is the same numbers are there. So DOP, Spain producing mainly DOP wines. Almost around 80% of the produced wines comes under the classification of DOP, and only 22% comes as a IGP or VDIT. So in compare with Italian, Spanish table wines are not so much produced, so maybe you will find them in the market, or maybe you will not find them in the market. It's very rare that you can find Spanish table wine in the market. But Italians, of course, if you can see, it is almost 35, 1/3 of the wine produced in Italy comes under the table wines. So table wines are quite popular in Italy, and the Spanish in the Spanish wines, DOP, DO, or DOC, high quality wines are popular, and then table wines comes under the 22%. Thank you for your attention. Our next topic will be wine description terminology. Thank you very much, and enjoy your slide.